All right. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. James Donaldson here, Standing Above the Crowd podcast, teaching and talking about everything it takes to stand above the crowd and be a success in life and sports and everything that you want to do out there. All right. I bring guest after guest on to help encourage us along those pathways to be the best that we can be. And so I want to thank, first of all, as we get started, Rainier Avenue Radio for giving me this platform to really keep on doing the work that I'm doing, both in the community and also with my nonprofit foundation, Your Gift of Life Foundation, which focuses on mental health awareness and suicide prevention. School year is coming up. I'll be getting out to schools, talking to our students about mental health and really trying to give them the resources they need to get through any tough mental challenges that they might come upon. A couple quick announcements before I announce my guests. One is tonight, make sure you tune in at 6 p.m. for our live coverage of the MLKCC 62nd anniversary on March of March on Washington, D.C. The 62nd anniversary of the March on Washington, D.C. And for Jobs and Freedoms Award ceremony. So that's going to be this evening at 6 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that. And also another thing that's a big deal around town today, high school football is just around the corner. And Rainier Avenue Radio's first football broadcast of the season is set for next Saturday, September 6th at noon, featuring Franklin and number 19 Garfield with play-by-play, color commentating, interviews, and up-to-the-minute standings and great coverage about all of that. So make sure you tune in for those couple of things. And this is what this platform is all about, really helping us to bring our community together up here in Seattle and all the great things that we're doing. My guest today is a longtime friend and friendly competitor, back and forth. We go way back to high school. He had a great, outstanding collegiate basketball career at USF, University of San Francisco, and then went on to play in the NBA, number one draft pick, New York Knicks, and had a stellar NBA career and has done so many great things after that even. And so I just wanted to bring my good friend, Bill Cartwright, on to talk about some of the work that he did then, some of the work he's doing now. And he's also the author of a new book that he's going to be more than happy to talk about. Here's a couple of slides going through our program right now. And I want to make sure that, Bill, you come on board and let's introduce you in a more proper way, which nobody can do better than you. All right? Where's my friend Bill at?
There he is.
There he is, Bill Cartwright. All right.
You know, one thing, we kind of miss you back here in Sacramento. I mean, this is where we grew up.
We both did, only about 15, 20 miles apart. Isn't that right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really amazing that we think about that now. And
yes.
We were very friendly competitors in high school, which is really awesome considering, we both ended up in the NBA. And
that's right.
You had a very, very, very good career.
Thank you. You too.
And I'll tell you, you had a really special career considering how late you started basketball.
That year I played against you. I was at Luther Burbank. You were at Elk Grove in the same conference.
Yes, conference.
That was my first year of organized basketball. I picked up a basketball my junior year for the very first time, and then had the fortune or misfortune of playing against you, the greatest player in the state, as my senior. But hey, man, the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, that was really remarkable days. And as you know, you and I are both going to go for our 50th high school reunion.
Right, that's right.
I was laughing with you earlier because most of those people are going to be looking really old. Now, we look great.
Yeah, we look great.
We look great, but those people are going to look really old after 50 years. Oh,
I know. 1975. Wow, graduates, both of us. And that's great, and that's part of the success of life. Graduate from high school, get that platform under you and go on and do something in your life. And that's what we're trying to get to our young people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is because I'm going to start with this with a book.
Yes, please.
That's Bill Cartwright,
Yes.
uh, Living Life at the Center. And
Wonderful.
this is exactly what my book represents. It represents a guy from Elk Grove, California, and about possibilities of how a guy from Elk Grove, California, um, we ended up at a little school, won Northern California championship.
Yeah.
I ended up going to University of San Francisco, and for the most part, we won that conference every year.
Yes.
And my sophomore year, we were the #1 team in the country for most of the year.
I remember.
And then now a guy from Elk Grove, California. I'm in New York City. I'm
Yes.
playing for the Knicks. Can you believe that? Guy from Elk Grove.
The Big Apple. Yeah, that's right. And correct me, you were a #1 pick. Isn't that correct in 79?
Okay, so I was the third pick in the draft.
Third pick. Sorry. Third pick.
Yeah. Well, this guy, Magic Johnson, was the first pick. So, so I guess that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then after that, it was David Greenwood. And he, interesting enough, David went to Chicago, where I ended up going to and being the fortunes of being with some really young talent with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant.
Yes.
We ended up with B.J. Armstrong, just a cast of characters. Now a guy from Elk Grove, California. Oh, my God, we won the NBA championship. Not only won it, 3 in a row.
That's right. Amazing. It's a fantastic story. And that's got to be a highlight. I mean, I was going to talk about a couple of your highlights of your NBA career. That's got to be at the top. I mean, come on. What do you got? What do you got to share with us today?
Well, I mean, just so many things happened to me. Just growing up, and I always had really great coaches. And I talk about my book that I don't have a horror story. I've had great people around me. I had great parents. I had great siblings. People supported you, and still, even at that, there was doubt. You were good enough to be able to play, but my first coach was Red Holzman. My first teammate was Earl Monroe and Marvin Webster, and I was like, wow, these guys are on my team. And just great players in the league, as you know. With one of my first games was against Bob Lanier, and then I got Artis Gilmore, then Creams rolling through, then here's Dan Issel, and then here's Moses Malone, and seemingly every team was a problem because these guys were not only good, they were veterans.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, my first year of playing basketball, I got killed. Defensively, offensively, I can score, but defensively, holy smokes, beating every night.
Big, powerful guys. I had one more slide I wanted to show. I don't think Daniel, my producer, put it up. Daniel, you got that slide from high school? I want to show you this, Bill. You and I playing against each other in high school. Let me see if Daniel can get that up, or if I can get it up here. Okay, there we go. Look at us here. 50 years ago. Isn't that something?
I was about 215 pounds. I'm not moving anybody. You're probably just shoving me out of the way.
No, I wasn't much more. I wasn't much more. But, hey, man, that's 50 years ago. Can you believe it? Look at us. Wow. Yeah.
Really good. And look at your hair. You got a lot of hair there. What's up with that?
Back in the day. It's all gone now, but hey, back in the day. Hey, Bill, we got a show here it's about 25 minutes long, all said and done. But I do want to get into your book and talk about it, where people can order it from, how they can get a copy. Can they get an autographed copy from you directly even? And how does that happen? Go ahead and tell the folks how to get your book. Okay.
I did my book myself. So I'm marketing it and I'm putting it out myself. So it's on bill-cartwright.com. I'll say it again, bill-cartwright.com. You could order it. I signed every book.
Great.
I do it myself. I send it out with my wife, Sherry. We send every single book out. So everything's signed and ready to rock and roll. So if you go to bill-cartwright.com, we'll get it to you right away. And what's funny is that I think I sent you a book. Now, come on, what are you doing over there?
I swear I have not seen a book from you. I mean, I know we talked about it as you finished it up. No, well, we were in constant communication as you were finishing up, trying to figure out your marketing and publicity and printing, because I've done a couple of books myself. So we were in constant contact, but I don't think a book ever showed up in the mail. So
that could be the mail, because sometimes that does happen. But
we'll make it happen.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make sure you get one. It's going out tomorrow for sure.
Thank you. I'm gonna text you my address. Thank you very much. Wow. Well, so good. So in a nutshell, what's the book about? I know it's about leading from the center, leadership. Give us some.
Well, the biggest key to my book is it's about being led, and which is I've been led my whole life. And we think we're making a lot of choices, but we're really not. I never decided where I was going to go to high school. I never decided what I was going to eat when I was a young kid. That was mom said, this is what you're eating, that's what you're eating.
Yes.
I was really led to USF because I didn't want to leave California. UCLA and USC were my other choices, and basically they phased themselves out. I got drafted by the Knicks, no choice there. I got traded to the Bulls, no choice there. I just played my last year in Seattle, your city.
Yes.
And there was really no choice there. After that, I went to grad school. I got asked to coach because I wasn't going to coach, but I got talked into that. And that led to another 16 years back at the NBA.
Wow. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that part of it?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Wow.
Coaching, I was actually more tired coaching than I was playing, because you're just worried about everything, and it's really time consuming. But I had great teachers when I went back. Our head coach was still Phil Jackson, and Tex was still there, and Frank Hamlin was there, and my buddy Jimmy Clemens was there. So I just learned a lot about coaching from those guys, and I learned that coaching is teaching.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was great to learn. It was great to why they believe things work, why they're winning, and what's really important in basketball. And then somehow in all that competition and bringing it every night, you have to have some kind of balance and some kind of joy. And it's a hard job. So somehow you get through it, but I got to promise you, coaching is addictive.
Wow,
it just really your blood. Yeah, and once you do, man, you're going to watch more game teams you ever thought in your life, because you're just looking for that edge.
It's all consuming. All consuming.
Yeah. You just want to win, and by any means necessary.
Now, you did assistant coaching for several years, and then you became a head coach at some point as well.
I was head coach, yes, for the Bulls for almost 2 years before they fired me. And this is an interesting fun fact for you, is that when I was head coach of the Bulls, the head coach of the manager of the Cubs was Dusty Baker.
Oh, yes, Dusty. Yeah, from hometown.
And the head manager for the White Sox was Jerry Manuel.
Is that right?
3 Sacramento guys.
Yes.
Managing and coaching at the same time in Chicago. It was like, I don't know if that's ever happened before.
Amazing. I saw Dusty did a forward for your book as well. That's great. That's really great.
Dusty, as you know, is the man.
Yes.
Whatever Dusty signs off on it, you're good to go. So I really appreciate him for that. But every Sacramento athlete, they're just great people. And there's a sense here of community and people willing to help each other, and you're just part of it. I say, hey, I'm from Sacramento. I says, oh, well, you must be okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. It's all family, all community. So, hey, give me some thoughts on today's NBA. Do you watch it? Are you a big fan still and follow it, or what are your thoughts on today's game?
I am a sports guy, and I do watch the NBA. I watch it a lot. Um, I have a really strong appreciation for the guys because those guys work. They really do. They stay in great shape. They stay in great shape year round. They eat better than we did. They're better trained. Um, Nobody's thrilled with that 3-point line right now. So I try to ignore it. It's hard to. Sometimes you got to turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah.
But I do have an appreciation for the guys. So I watch it as much as I can.
Good for you.
And I'm just really sure that somebody's going to come along who's a genius and say, "Hey, throw the ball to the post." And that coach is going to be a genius because he'll be like, "Hey, that's pretty good action down there."
I don't know if I can play in today's game. You probably could. You had a great offensive game, but I don't know if I could play in today's game.
It's like anything. Everybody's a product of their time and what they've been doing. So I'm certainly you can adapt and play because for one thing, you're such a hard worker, and that's what it's all about: adapting yourself, adapting your body, adapting to your environment, adapting yourself to the coaches. And I'm certain you could have done that because.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of young people, young athletes listening to our show, and just young people in general. So what do you have words of advice? It's tough being a teenager now. I don't know if I want to be a teenager 2025, but what words of advice do you have for them to help them stay focused and achieve the goals that they have out there or to set a goal in the first place?
Well, that's the thing is that, doing more for me has always worked. So
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, just by doing more, showing up on time, showing up early. I stayed late. I'm going to, and there's no rules, but of course you're going to do your homework. Of course you're going to listen to the teacher. Of course you're going to view your own thoughts. And to me, that's the biggest thing is that I think there's a lack of trust of kids today that have in themselves of how talented they really are. And why should there be? Because nobody's told them. And, it's just to be able to be in with the right group and in a positive group that's going to support you, that's going to, allow you to be yourself and keep yourself out of trouble and just focus on your goals because you're only bounded by your own thoughts. And, that's the big thing. And like I said, even with myself growing up, having a supportive family, there's always doubt. I mean, there's always people that tell you what you can't do and that you're not good enough. So those people need to be ignored and you need to get rid of them.
But is it that simple as just ignoring them? I mean, young people aren't like you and I. We were young once upon a time, and that was 40, 50 years ago. It's a different world now when people, especially social media, these kids being told and influenced by social media. It's a little bit different. What do you have on that?
Well, I think that people have, I'm a big believer in people basically know what's right and wrong. And people know what, and what do people look at that now? People that have money or they're popular. Not that they have any talent, but they have money. and they have a big social following. That's nothing compared to being your best self and working yourself to be the best student. If you're an athlete, to be the best athlete that you can do, you can be, and that's greater than anything else. So you can't measure yourself by others. The only thing you can measure yourself by being your best self.
Okay.
You can do that, you're pretty good to go.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's really good. I hope these young people pick up on that. And, we got 5 minutes. I know the producer's trying to get out of here on time today. Give me your thoughts on collegiate sports. It's changed dramatically since we were in college.
Everything's changed, but everybody's in the same boat. I know, it'd be nice to. I mean, I didn't have any money in school, and now these guys can make 2, 3. They could, this guy with that kid in Utah making like BYU, whatever it is, $1 million.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I would never leave school. But that's the environment it is right now. But it gives you an opportunity to build yourself, to build your future, to learn another important factor of life, and that's financial responsibility, and the fact that you need money and you need to be really well educated in your money and the money you're going to make to be able to save it, to be able to have a budget, to be able to have a bank account. So it's just part of something that's really special. Now, in saying that doesn't happen for every kid. Not every kid's going to make $1 million, $500,000, but that money that you do have and get, it gives you an opportunity to build a foundation for your future. And what's interesting enough, and I'm going to say this real quick, when I was a rookie, I was already planning for my retirement.
Wow.
I was already planning for the next step. So, and that's when it should start. That early in life, when you're 22 years old, you should be preparing for when you're 55, 60 years old. And you can have that kind of foundation laid down. You're going to do fine, but you got to have something to aim at. And that aim is retirement, because frankly, I don't want to depend on anybody else.
Yes.
I can depend on my wife, my family, but right now I'm good to go.
Yeah. And you and I were blessed in similar ways, similar backgrounds, loving, supportive families, communities, coaches along the way. But a lot of our kids, especially our Black African-American kids, don't have that nuclear family intact. And they get out there with $1 million in their pocket. They're not financially literate. They're not financially responsible. And they're 18 years old. That's a problem, I think. And I don't know how to get in front of that to help those kind of kids. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think there's some kids. For one thing, if you're 18 years old, if you're making $1 million, God bless you.
Yeah, wow. That's 18, though. That ain't going to last forever.
Exactly. So you're just really hopeful that there's somebody around that young person to kind of guide them along. And they kind of help them off in the right direction. It's not going to happen every time because everybody has different thoughts.
Right.
But when you're young, your tendency is to do what you want to do. So I don't know if there is an answer for that, but there's got to be some kind of a balance in there. There's got to be a rainy day of fun that you're going to have just in case things don't work out.
Yeah. I've heard in the political spectrum, Congress is trying to provide some oversight to the NCAA to make sure the money what these kids are getting isn't gambling money or black or dark money, whatever you call it. They want to trace all that, where it's coming from. So that might be helpful to kind of clean it up. But still, these kids need good people around them to help walk through that pathway.
Well, the gambling's a sore subject for me. It's on TV all the time and it's legalized. So it's like, hey, they can't gamble. Hey, it's legalized. So that's what you're saying is not really making a lot of sense to me. You're worried about people gambling. So it's just that kind of thinking that makes people crazy.
Yeah.
So, but the most part is that, look, kids are, once they hit 18, you're 18 years old. You are an adult. You can go to war. You can go to war and die. Yes. So your life is yours to make it what you want to make it. And those kids who have balance and they have a dream and vision about their future, hopefully it's a good one, and I hope it's a balanced one. But a big thing for kids is that most of them are pretty darn smart.
Yeah.
But most of them don't a lot of them don't understand the fact of how valuable they are.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
once they have somebody around them to tell them that, and that they're really unbounded, that's a big key. That's why we have you.
Yeah, well, and you know, I mean, that's one thing that we've learned. Great mentors, great coaches along the way. It really makes a difference. Last minute, we have 1 minute left. Put your book cover up again. Talk about your book. Tell people where they can get it, because I want this thing to fly off the shelf and you to be signing away like crazy. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, it's Bill Cartwright, living life at the center. I was just like James. I was a sinner. That's at bill-cartwright.com.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Bill, thank you so much for being my guest today. I hope our folks really enjoyed this and they get something out of the show every week. Thank you. And I just want to wish you and the family tremendous blessings the rest of the way.
James, same to you. You're awesome. And I'm going to make sure you get this book right away, baby.
I'm going to text it to you as soon as we get off this thing, okay? All right. Have a great day, Bill. Thanks so much, everybody. See you next week, Thursday, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. James Donaldson, standing above the crowd. See you now.
Yeah.
All right.